I thought it was just heartburn until the ER doctor's face went pale. Get the cardiac team now, she shouted. I never thought a plate of spicy buffalo wings would lead to me watching doctors restart my heart, but that Wednesday night changed everything I thought I knew about my body and showed me how quickly life can pivot from normal to nearly over. It started during girls' night at my favorite sports bar. I was 32, ran half marathons, and had just gotten a perfect bill of health at my annual checkup. 2 weeks earlier, halfway through my wings, I felt a burning sensation in my chest. Epileptic heartburn. I'd been here before, too much hot sauce. My friend Jen laughed, sliding her Tums across the table. I took 2 and waited for relief that never came by the time we left. An hour later, the burning had intensified and spread to my jaw and left arm still. I wasn't worried. I was young, healthy, and female. Not exactly the poster child for heart attacks. We just pulled something at the gym, I told Jen when she noticed me wincing at home. I tried everything: antacids, a hot shower, stretching. Nothing helped. The pain kept building and a strange sense of doom washed over me. Something was very wrong. At 11:42 p.m. I called Jen. I think I need to go to the ER, I admitted. This doesn't feel like heartburn anymore. I am on my way, she said without hesitation. The waiting room was packed when we arrived. I approached the triage nurse trying to sound calm. I am having chest pain and left arm numbness. It's probably nothing but 1 seconds. I was whisked past dozens of waiting patients into an exam room. An EKG was attached before I could even sit properly on the bed. The young ER doctor scanned the results, her professional composure momentarily slipping. Get the cardiac team now, she shouted to a nurse, and start a Heartburn drip. What's happening? I asked, my voice small. You are having a major heart attack, she said, already cutting off my shirt. To type they call the Widowmaker. The next few minutes were a blur of activity, medication injected into my eye, a crash cart position beside me, my clothes replaced with a gown. Through it all, I kept thinking, this can't be happening. I am too young. I am healthy. In the catheterization lab, I was awake as they threaded a camera through my arteries. On the monitor, I could see the complete blockage in my left anterior descending artery. The reason they call it the Widowmaker, one of my main coronary arteries, was 100% blocked. How is this possible? I asked the cardiologist as he worked to place a stent. I am 32. I exercise. My cholesterol is perfect. Sometimes it's genetic, he explained, focused on the screen. Sometimes it's just bad luck, but you did everything right tonight. You got here in time. Many people, especially women, ignore these symptoms until it's too late. Later, I learned that women often experience heart attacks differently than men. Our symptoms can be subtler, easily dismissed as acid reflux, anxiety, or muscle strain. Had I ignored mine for even another hour, I likely wouldn't have survived. Recovery wasn't easy. Physical therapy, medication adjustments, and coming to terms with having a chronic condition in my early 30s tested me in ways running marathons never had. But that night changed me in another way too. Now I speak at women's health conferences about recognizing heart attack symptoms. I've helped 3 women get to the ER in time after they called me describing similar heartburn. The cardiologist who saved me says something I'll never forget. Heart disease is the leading killer of women in America, yet most women are more afraid of breast cancer. We are conditioned to ignore our pain, to not make a fuss, to assume we're overreacting. Sometimes the difference between life and death isn't dramatic. It's simply the courage to say something feels wrong, and I need help now. So if you are a woman feeling just heartburn that seems a little off, especially with jaw or arm pain, please don't wait. Don't worry about seeming dramatic. The most dramatic thing would be making your loved ones plan a funeral because you didn't want to bother anyone. I was almost a statistic. Instead, I became a survivor with a story to tell.